Sometimes this crazy world seems bleak, soulless and empty, like the life of a kid whose older brother was the school's top athlete, but instead of following in his footsteps, he rebelled against his family and started smoking shotties every day from the age of 13. Now he lives alone in a bedsit playing video games every day and smelling the boxer shorts on the floor to see if they are still good or if they have passed his arbitrary expiration date and need to get sent home to his disappointed mum for their annual clean. But every now and then a story of courage and overcoming adversity captures the hearts and minds of the whole world, and suddenly, if only for a brief moment, everything in the world seems beautiful, bright and perfectly balanced. This is one of those stories. What's up guys, it's Average Owl making average content for the average viewer, and today I want to tell you a story about two university dropouts who against all odds triumphed over adversity in a tale that will one day be made into a feature-length film that will be spoken about in the same breath as Rocky II and The Pursuit of Happiness. I know that both of these films sound like odd choices, but if I'm being completely honest with you guys, they were the first two films that came up when I typed in truly inspirational films to Google, so go figure. Before we go on, I'd really like to see if we can finally hit that magical 69 likes today. I'm really pleased with this video and I hope you will be too. So this story starts as any other. I got home from work and hopped into the shower and jumped straight onto Modern Warfare. Well, obviously I did get dressed first. I wish I had the confidence to just straight up play in my birthday suit, but in all honesty, my chair is leather and I'm not all about that sticky ball bag life. Anyway, I digress. When I hopped into the game, I noticed that there was a server-side update. Naturally, I was excited to see what was new, so imagine my joy when an old friend from university jumped into my lobby and told me. I won't mention his name so as to protect his identity, but let's just say it begins with R and rhymes with Sticky Barman. The update that had been added was a complete game changer. A new mode that could put us on the map. A place where only the best of the best could survive, and if we were going to get through this, then we would have to put all of the skills that we have learned from our years of first-person shooter experience and what we could pull from our partially completed drama degrees, which needless to say, wasn't a lot. We were going to enter the 2v2 tournament. Our stomachs turned as we signed up, both full of hope, courage, and nerves. Were we ready for this? Could we be the very best in the world? Well, not the world, but at least the 11 so teams that we'd be against. Only time would tell. The timer counted down and our journey to becoming 2v2 champions had begun. We breezed through the preliminary round and came out of it with a comfortable 6-2 win, our egos inflated and our dicks hard. But now we were in the big leagues, the quarterfinals where men became boys. Our opponents were a PlayStation player and his PC Master Race partner, with myself and Ricky facing them down respectively. Thank God, because a PlayStation player I can handle, but at this stage in the game, I was more than happy to have a PC player of my own watching my back. Round 1 starts and I throw a Molotov at my guy to no avail, but I see him running behind the blue crate. I light him up and he's hurt bad, but he's hiding. Ricky takes out his guy and I shout out that mine is low. I wait patiently, because I know that we have the health advantage in the numbers. He peeks and I slot the cunt right between his eyes. Easy. Round 2 is not quite as easy, however. We lose Ricky early to what he describes as a bullshit grenade. Skillless, perhaps, but could potentially be heartbreaking. I play it cool. I have the health advantage, so if this guy's going to win, he's going to either need to kill me or capture the flag. I guess he'll do the latter and I read him like a book. He's already on the flag when the timer starts and I put him down without hesitation. Is this all these guys have to offer? The next 3 rounds follow suit. Both me and Ricky die a couple of times, but nothing too bad to shake our stride. The rounds flew by, win after win, headshot after headshot, with admittedly Ricky carrying me. We can't be beaten, surely. It's 5-0 now. Just one more win and we can get to the semis and one step closer to the taste of victory and the feel of that sweet, sweet Desert Eagle in our hands. You can't handle it! I shouted down the mic as we won our 5th round in a row. Don't get penisy, kid, Ricky said. These words would echo in my mind in the 5 minutes of bedlam that were about to unfold. We entered what we thought was going to be the 6th and final round, completely expecting the win to be handed to us on a plate. But fuck me. I don't know if these guys had a cheeky couple of lines of G Fuel or if they just went straight in with a bowl of methamphetamine, but there was something different about them. A hunger in their eyes that we hadn't seen before, and it was clear that playtime was over and we were going to have to fight. I run around a corner, shotgun in hand, and I'm greeted with a mouthful of pellets and the red screen of disappointment. things were about to change. The next round starts and it's a pistol round. Not our favourites, but we like to think of ourselves as a sort of bird's eye potato waffle. We're awfully versatile. I push up the left flank and anticipate that the PS4 player would be hiding up there in the log cabin. I spot his head running underneath and unload a full mag into the fucker. The screen lags and I'm unsure of what has just happened. Luckily I'd overcome the lag and dropped that fool quicker than a hooker's knickers, but the other guy had me wounded badly. I throw a stun and push round the back of where he's hiding in a move more heroic than Gandalf. Unfortunately my heroism isn't matched by my skill and I get put down by a shot to my chest. Fucker, he's behind Dwayne! That was our call out for The Rock, named after our biggest inspiration, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Meanwhile, the same guy stuns Ricky and he's left powerless, hiding behind a tree. Needless to say, he met the same fate as me. It's okay, we said in the countdown to the next round. They just got a couple of lucky rounds. How can they beat us? The guys who used to torpedo 5 VK Blues for a laugh at the beginning of a night in arena. In hindsight, that probably didn't make us as cool as we thought, let alone as untouchable. The round starts and I push aggressively up the left side again. My opponent anticipates this and is waiting for me. So I tag him up in a frantic gunfight, but I'm not unscathed. I'm hurt badly and I go prone to take stock whilst Ricky gets domed behind me. It's all down to me. He spots me and I have no choice but to fight fire with fire, and I turn his brain into Swiss cheese. But I only have 1 HP left. The round is nearly over and I know that I won't be able to win the gunfight, so I make a break for the capture point and hide in the corner of the container, only to get caught with my pants down by Ricky's adversary. It's 5-3. Things are getting heated now and unfortunately this round isn't much better. Ricky dies quickly to some C4 and in a panic I lose all sense of self and get double teamed worse than those other players' mums do every Saturday night. Needless to say, we were worried, if not a little salty. Our hopes and dreams were about to come crashing down right in front of our fucking faces. We decide to play a bit more passively the next round. I chuck some C4 the other side of my log cabin, waiting to blow this guy sky high if he dares cross that line. Things are quiet. Too quiet. I spot Ricky's mark in the opposite cabin and tag him for 7 health. Not a lot, I know, but it could be the difference between winning and losing this round if it comes down to it. I wait, perched calmly on my stairs, and then bam! Fuck's sake, he's right here in our cabin! The timer runs out and Ricky makes a mad dash for the container to capture the flag. I say, "You got this, buddy," and he tells me to shut the fuck up because he can't hear the enemies in his headset. Rude. But I can forgive this sort of outburst as it is out of character for young Rickford. He gets hit by a C4, taking him down to 20 HP, still 7 more than his opponent. He stuns and then tries to follow with a C4 and for fuck's sake, he gets rushed and put on his ass faster than that kid at school's overweight mum when she had to sit on those tiny little kiddies chairs in primary school parents' evening. The scores are now completely level. How has it come to this? Have these guys just pulled off the biggest comeback in 2v2 history? At this point I was questioning myself. I thought that we were the main characters in this epic biopic. But it's starting to look like we were Dolph Lundgren and these guys were the Italian stallion. They've been training in snow, chopping down trees and chasing chickens whilst we've had all of Russia's finest training facilities. Pull yourself together, Roll. This is your time. You're the main character. You can do this. I edge round playing smart by the left of the blue container, switching from side to side, trying to hear where these guys are. My knees are weak. Arms are heavy. There's vomit on my sweater already. Ricky takes one of them down and the timer runs out. I throw a flash on the flag to see if anyone's camping there. He's not. I hear gunshots. Ricky has him pinned. And then bam! Mum spaghetti. He's only gone and fucking done it by the skin of our teeth. He sees him coming out from behind Dwayne, looking towards the objective and pumps 3 shots into his side, bringing him down and bringing us 1 step closer to that sweet taste of victory. We are elated, screaming like 2 little girls. If we had been in the same room, we might have even hugged. But we couldn't get ahead of ourselves. This was only the quarterfinals after all. We had 2 more matches that could be just as intense on the horizon. We didn't know if we could go all the way, but what we did know is that we had just had the fight of our lives and we are ready to do it again. Well, just as soon as we changed our pants and made a strong cup of tea for our nerves. That's about it for today's video. I was going to make this into one video, but when I started making it I just realised how intense these matches were, and if I was going to do them justice, I had to give the matches the time that they deserved. So what will happen next? Will the 2 long lost uni friends triumph in their struggle to win the tournament? Find out next time on Pokemon. Just kidding. I mean, we did win. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have made a video. But definitely stay tuned for the next episode, it only gets more intense, I promise you. Which reminds me, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe and slap that little bell icon so you don't miss a thing. Also, if you're still watching this, I'd love for you guys to comment down below what you think would be the best team name for me and Ricky. I want you to get real fucking weird with it, and I'll mention the best one in the next video. Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.